Good morning, everyone. I'm Nicola from Shortcuts, and this is the classroom training for your Set and Forget marketing. So first of all, if everyone can make sure that your speakers are on and turned up so everyone can hear me okay. In the bar at the bottom, you will see there's a Q&A box, and you'll be able to ask me questions at any point during this through there, and I will get back to you. So we will jump straight into it. So with your emailing, you all should have your own username and password that should already be sent to you. If you don't, if you want to drop us an email at education@shortcuts.co.uk, we can resend it out to you or reset the password or anything if you need that. So this can be done from any computer. All you would need to do is type into your bar at the top, gcast.com.au. So you can do this from home. It doesn't necessarily have to be on the salon computer. You would just type in gcast.com.au to any web browser, and it will ask you to log in with a username and password. Once you've put your username and password in, you will come into a screen that looks like this. So just bear in mind, we're on a test site today, so this isn't a real site. Okay, so the first things you should be checking that are all correct, if we go into the admin section here at the top on the left-hand side, again, on the left-hand side here, you'll see it says Update Company Details. So if we go into there, this should be general business information. So you should have your salon name here at the top. Description, you don't really need a description in there anymore, so it would normally be something like a tagline, but you don't need that. Your email address, salon phone number, your website should go into this box, and the postal address here at the bottom. If you make any changes, just scroll to the bottom and hit Save at the bottom. Now if we go back into the admin again, so that was admin and company details. So in the admin section again, down on the left-hand side, you've got site preferences. So if we go into site preferences, your email address for the salon should be here as well. Again, if you do change it, don't forget to hit Save at the bottom. And if we go into the campaign settings here at the top, this should be your salon name here at the top. And you need to pop it into this box here, and your email address should go there as well. So it's salon name, email address, salon name, and email address. Now, if we scroll down to the bottom of this page, this is where you should be dropping all your links in for your social media. So I'll explain, you'll see what I mean in a moment, but when you do a template, you will just drop the symbols in and these will automatically fill. So instead of every single template, you have to open up your Facebook page and drop the link in, it will automatically put it in for you. So you've got Facebook, Twitter, if you've got a YouTube channel, if you're on Pinterest, Instagram there at the bottom. Google Plus, so if you subscribe to any Google Plus things, and then a Google Map. So Google Map, if you just open up a Google page, type in the name of your salon and go to the Maps tab at the top, it will then obviously bring up the Google Map and it will show on the map where you are. And if you just copy the bar at the top then and drop it into the box here at the bottom, when someone gets that email, say I've got it on my phone, if I click the Google Maps section, it will then open up in my maps on my phone and show me where you are. So all you need to do that is, as I said, open Google, type the name of your salon in and hit the tab Maps at the top. And just copy the link and drop it in. When you finish doing all that, you need to hit Save at the bottom. So that was admin, site preferences. Now the last little bit here at the bottom, if we scroll to the bottom of the page, you'll see it says promotion codes. So the reason why we set up promotion codes is if you put a voucher on, so some money off, for example, or a complimentary blow dry or something like that, if we set a promotion code up for it, when we activate the campaign, we can then link it up to the discount in Shortcuts itself. So this would then automatically generate a monthly report to you, saying, for example, the birthday campaign's going out, and you've sent this many out and this many have been redeemed in Shortcuts. So to set one up, if we jump into promotion codes, and on the top left it says create new. So you can do create new, and I could say it's going to be a Tuesday offer. Save at the bottom. So you type in your code here at the top, hit save. If I went back to the list tab again, you'll now see my Tuesday offers there at the bottom. Okay, so that was all in the admin section. That's just checking the setup in the background. Okay, so we're going to go back to the home tab again on the left-hand side. We're going to have a look at the templates now and changing a template. So down at the bottom, you'll see it says template library. If we went into the template library at the bottom, and we scroll down, you'll see there's a load of templates in here that we've already done for you to start you off with. So the 4 templates that pretty much every salon has that goes out automatically are birthdays, new clients, non-returning clients, and referrals. So those 4 you will be able to set up and they will go out automatically. So once those 4 are going out automatically, you should be doing one-off campaigns. So normally there's an event or something going on each month in the salons. So obviously we've got Easter coming up. You can see there's some templates here we've done for you. So like Father's Day, for example, Mother's Day, Valentine's, Christmas, etc. So if we click them, you'll see the templates come up underneath. So if we start with the birthday one, there's a few templates in here we've already started for you. So if you pick one of the templates that you like and hit edit underneath it to go in and make your changes. So on the template itself, it's got your logo at the top. So if I click into your logo, on the right hand side, it's now got a browse option. So I can hit browse and it will come up with your gallery automatically. There we go. So there's some test pictures in here at the moment. Now your logo should be there automatically. Now, if it isn't, you'll see at the bottom of the square, there's a browse and upload option. So you can browse and upload your logo here, and then it will save here at the top. You'll only have to do it once and it will save it there in the gallery. So if I click our logo, it will now put our logo into the template. Now, on the right-hand side here, I could come in and change the size if I want to, by literally just clicking in and changing the numbers. I can also drag the actual logo out itself. And on the right-hand side here, at the moment, it says line to the left. If I pop it in the centre, it will pop it in the centre of my template. Now, the actual picture of the birthday cake with the candles, if I click the picture, and then again on the box on the right-hand side, if I hit browse, you can upload your own images if you want to, through the browse and upload option there at the bottom, or you'll see on the left-hand side, there's a folder with an arrow in it. If you go into the folder with the arrow in it, we've actually already put some images in here for you. So if you go into Shortcut Software Administration UK, and just bear in mind it will take a few seconds because it's putting a lot of data through. It will then come up with a load of images. Now the newer images, when this loads, will be in the black folders at the top. So the newer pictures will be in these black folders, but you can have a browse through yourself. Say it's this picture I wanted, these are the old ones underneath. So if I click one of them, it will then switch the picture over. And again, I can change the size of it, or I can pop it in the center of my template. So underneath, you've got some text, happy birthday given name. So anything in brackets, it will automatically put in. So that would, if that was coming to me, that would say happy birthday, Nicola. So it is really similar to Word. So here on the right-hand side, I can highlight my text. I can change the font, the size, bold, italic, underline, the colour of my text if I wanted to. Yeah. Now, if you have made a mistake, there's a little undo button there at the top, and it will take it back. And also, if you've deleted out the field by accident, the personalised field, at the top here, it says personalised field. I can click the drop down, hit given name, and it will pop it back in again. And again, the text then underneath, you can come in and change yourself. So underneath that, you've got a book online button. You should all have the link to your online booking page. We normally save them in the bar here at the top of your web browser, and you can just literally copy the link and drop it into the link box here underneath. That would then make it a live link, and when people get that email, they can literally just click the book online button and it will automatically open up your online booking page. At the top in the middle, you've got a styling tab. So if I go straight into the styling tab, where it's got background colour here underneath, where it's got the pink in, I can click into the box. I can drag the bar up and down and move the dot around the screen. Hit choose in the corner and it would automatically change the colour of the button then for you. So that was the styling tab at the top and the background colour. Now, every colour has a hashtag number. So if you've had a special colour on your logo, if you contact your web designer and just find out what that number is, you can type the number manually into this box underneath, hit choose, and it will automatically put the same colour in as your logo then. Again, you can do the same thing with the voucher underneath. So if I click the voucher, go into the styling tab at the top, background colour, and if I literally just paste in that colour number, hit choose, and it will put the same colour then as my online booking button. So on the voucher itself, you can come in and change the amount on the voucher. It will automatically put underneath, presented to first name, last name of your customer and your salon name underneath. Underneath that, you've got valid for 2 months from the date it goes out. Again, if you want to change that to 1, you can. Can be used against services only and not in conjunction with any other offer. It's up to you. Some people do put a minimum spend of say £30 on that as well, but again, totally up to you. Underneath that, you've got the phone number, address and website. These will automatically fill in. You shouldn't need to touch these. They'll do it in the background, but you can obviously change the colour of the text if you wanted to by literally highlighting it in the box on the right, going to the little A where it says text colour and just changing the colour over. Now, underneath that, you've got your social media links. So if we delete them out, so you'll see on the right hand side here, if I hover over the box, there is a little cross in the corner, so you can delete anything out. So if you delete them out, and then if we go back to this layout tab here at the top, where it says connect, if you drag it and drop it where it says drop here, there we go, it will pop them back in again. Now, the reason why we do this is if we click by the side of them, it will then take us in and it will show us, if you've put them in the background, these will automatically be in here. So you could say, I want my Facebook showing, I don't want my Twitter, I don't want LinkedIn, I might want Pinterest on. This one here with the purple link will actually be your website in here. So you can pick and choose by adding the ticks in of what links you would like to show on the email. But as I said, these will automatically fill in the background. So you won't have to find the page, copy it and paste it in. They will automatically be there. So you don't necessarily have to stick with our basic layout that we've done. If you go to your layout tab here at the top, maybe you want to add some extra text in and another picture or something. So in the layout tab, you will see options in here. So say I wanted a picture box with some text underneath. I can literally just click it, drag it into my template, drop it in, and then it will come up with another browse and upload option, and I can put an extra picture in. So you can tailor our basic layout as much as you want to by adding extra pictures in, extra text in, whatever you want to do. Again, if you want to delete anything out, you can just hover over the side and delete them out as well. When you've finished your template, you'll hit Save as your own at the bottom. I'm going to hit back for now though. When you've saved it, they will then appear at the top. And there's a test one of ours, a birthday one. So as I said, you should be doing 4 ongoing ones: birthdays, new clients, non-returning clients and referrals. And then you can do one-off ones. So also underneath here, you'll see there is one for We Are Online. So this is talking about your online booking. There are newsletter ones here on the right-hand side. So these are pretty blank. You know, you could use these for if you were doing a special offer, you've had a new member of staff starting with you, you took on a new product range maybe. You can put some pictures in and some details about the product range. But ideally, you should be sending out one at least each month. So as I said, you can use any of ours we've done here underneath, or you can start from scratch and design your own. So top left-hand corner, it says design your own template using the email creator. So if we click into there, you can literally just build your email from scratch. So in here at the top, we would put a name in. So I'm going to call this one Tuesday Offer. And then the category, you can put it under one of the categories that are already in, or I can just make up my own category. And then underneath, you can just build your template yourself. So at the top, I would generally have my logo maybe. So on the right-hand side, if I hit the image box, drag and drop it in, hit browse, I can then pop my logo in. There we go. Back to the layout tab again. Do you want a column of text and a picture, picture and then column of text? It's totally up to you, but you can literally just grab and drop them in. You can put a divider in, your social media links in, whatever you want to put in, and you build it from scratch. If you scroll to the bottom, you can then hit save. And then if I scroll to the bottom again, so that's now saved, we can hit back and it will take us back to all the templates again. And you'll see here on the right hand side now, my Tuesday offer, there's my template I've just done. So as I said, you can design your own or use any of ours there underneath. So once you've done your templates, to send them out, you hit use this template underneath it. There's my test one. Subject line at the top, you need to put a subject line in. This is what appears in the customer's inbox when they receive the email. So you could put Tuesday offer. Maybe you want to put the customer's name in, for example, by the side of it. Where it says personalized field, if I do the drop down and select given name, it will put the customer's name in then automatically. So that would say Tuesday offer Nicola. So that would be our finished template. At the bottom, we would hit save and continue. So every time we hit save and continue, it's taking us through these grey tabs here at the top. Okay, so we're on the send options. Campaign name, this is not sent with the campaign. So maybe you're doing a birthday one, for example, and you're doing gender ones. That seems to be quite popular these days. So you could do a male campaign and then a female one. So if it was a birthday one here at the top, I would put birthday and then I could put gents. Now underneath that, you've got two options. Once only or set and forget ongoing. So as I said before, there are 4 ongoing ones: birthdays, new clients, non-returning clients, and referrals. So these 4 go out automatically from your shortcut system. So if it is an ongoing campaign, you're going to tick the ongoing box, and it's going to come up with an extra long drop-down box now. So this is what we want it to look for in shortcuts. So if we do the drop-down, if it's the birthday one, we're going to look for the date of birth of our clients and the anniversary of their birth. It's the only one you need to change it over for. If you left it as actual, it's looking for the date the customer was actually born, so it would never go out. It needs to be date of birth and the anniversary. Underneath that, when do you want it to go? You can send it exactly on their birthday, a week before, again, totally up to you. The start date would be the day you're starting it off, so today. And the finish date would be the longest date possible. So I'm going to do 2027, December, and I'm going to do the 31st of December. So every single day, it will look into your shortcut system to see if anyone's got a birthday coming up. If they have, it will send out the email automatically. Obviously, in shortcuts itself, the birthday one runs off the day and month of the customer's birthday. We don't necessarily need the year, just the day and the month. And obviously they need an email address. The new client one runs off the customer has had their bill go through for the first time today. The next day she would get the email from you guys. So it's the first time the bill goes through for the customer. The non-returning one would anyone that hasn't had a bill go through, say for 6 months, which we'll look at in a second. And then the referral one runs off the girls in the salon should be putting the customer's name into the system. So in the customer's cards, if you go into the info section at the bottom, on the left it will say referred, and they should be putting other clients' names into that box. So if it's a new client one, we would want it to look for the client's first visit date. It would be the actual tick box. And we normally send this one day after the event. So I've been into you for the first time. The next day I will get the email. The referral one would be the visit date of the client that was referred. And again, this will be one day after the event. And the non-returning would be the client's last visit date. So here, generally, we normally say weeks after and say around 28 weeks, which is around 6 months. So that would go to anyone who's not been back to your salon for the last 6 months. So that's for the 4 ongoing ones. Now, if it's a once only one, so Valentine's Day, Christmas, Father's Day, you're doing a special offer, you've got a new member of staff, etc., it will be a once only campaign and then it would stop. So even though we have Christmas every single year, we wouldn't want the same template going out every Christmas. So everything else would be once only. So if we tick once only, you can then select the date you want the email to go out. So maybe I want it to go out on the 1st of April. You can preempt these dates as well. So you can go through the system, you can go through this, and you can set them up so one goes out each month at the beginning of each month, for example. So you can do 6 months worth of campaigns in a couple of hours, for example. So a once only one, it would go out from the system once and then it would stop. You can pop the date in, pop the time of day you want it to go out. And then at the bottom here, if you tick these 2 tick boxes, when it appears in the customer's inbox, it will say it's from your salon name, which is here. And it won't say it's from your email address. So it's a way of trying to get it into their inbox instead of their junk. Now, if we hit save and continue at the bottom, it will take us onto the demographics. So with the non-returning campaign, the demographics works like a filter basically. So we normally put a filter on just for the non-returning one. So where it says add scenario, if you press the plus by the side of it, it comes up with a long drop down box. So in here, if we do preferred demographics, does the client have a future appointment? And then I can tick the no box. So if the client hasn't been to me for 6 months, but maybe she's booked in next week, she will not get this email. Because really, if she's booked in, you've already got the money in your till, technically. So for the non-returning one, in the demographics section, you should press the plus sign, select preferred demographics, does the client have a future appointment, and tick no. Now for the other ones, so birthdays, new client and referral, you won't need to touch this. You can just hit save and continue at the bottom. Or if you're doing a once only campaign and it's going out to everyone in your system, again, you won't need to touch any of this section. You'll just hit save and continue at the bottom. Now we looked at the promotion codes at the beginning. So when you've put a promotion code in, it will show here. So all you need to do is tick the corresponding box and hit save and continue. Now we're on the social media section. So with the 4 ongoing ones, birthdays, new clients, non-returning clients and referrals, I would not put these onto Facebook and Twitter. The reason why we say not is because if I linked this to Facebook, every time anyone had a birthday, for example, it would put it on Facebook. And if you've sent them a voucher, you wouldn't want that to go on Facebook. So you only link it up to the social media for the once only campaigns. So to do this, we hit login in the corner and it will ask you to log into your page. So you put your username and password in and your little profile picture will show there at the top. Underneath, you need to make sure you tick show the link to read the message online. There's a white box underneath here. You can add some extra text in. Hey, Facebook fans, check out our Tuesday offer. And then underneath that, you'll see it says refresh list. If we hit refresh list, it will then come up with the options of which page you want to put it on. So your personal page, your profile, or your salon page. So at this point, you would tick your salon page. And again, you can sign in with Twitter there on the right-hand side, same as before. Save and continue at the bottom. We then send ourselves a test one. So it will automatically send it to your email address. If you want to send it to a different one, maybe, you can type a different email address here at the top, hit send test again, and it will send it to that email address as well. So you then check it, check everything is correct on it, and you would tick the tick boxes here on the left. So I have proofread the email, I've approved the subject bar, the spelling's correct, and all my links work. And then you would activate the campaign. Now that green button at the bottom there will actually start the email off. You'll get a little pop-up box coming up saying it started on this date and this time. You'll click OK and the little box will disappear. Now, in Shortcuts itself, I'm just opening mine up at the moment, there is a marketing section within Shortcuts itself. So this should be used to pull out, say, anyone has bought a certain product or had a certain service. So here on the right-hand side, in Shortcuts itself, if you go to Tools, you'll see there's a marketing section on the right. If you go into the marketing, it comes up with like a filter screen. So you'll see at the top in the middle, it says services done and products purchased. On the left-hand side, you've got companies, and it will come up with your product companies here. So like L'Oreal, Wella, Moroccan Oil, etc. You'll be able to select one of them, and then it will then put the Wella or L'Oreal, etc. in the bar at the top, and then compute at the bottom, the calculator in the middle, and it will show you the list of people that have bought those products. So you can drill down into companies, lines, or products themselves on the left-hand side there at the top. Or on the right-hand side, you've got categories. And these will be your report categories here. So you could do, cutting, styling, extensions, etc. Or you could do services themselves, and I could say I want this one and this one. So I want to see anyone who's had those particular services. And then to see the list itself, you'll hit compute at the bottom in the middle. And it will show you a list of the people. Now, the middle section is exactly the same buttons, but it's the opposite way around, so it's negative. So services not done and products not purchased. So here, for example, I could say anyone that's had these highlights, but maybe they've never bought any products from me. So maybe colour care products, for example. So you could go into lines and then select the colour products. Or you could do anyone that's had any cutting and styling. So we'll do just basic wash, cut and finishes. So they have basic styling with you, but maybe they've never had any colours with you guys. So foils. There we go. So they've had those services at the top, but they've never had any colour in here underneath. Because maybe you're advertising fresh heads of colour, for example, things like that. You can put a date range in as well here at the bottom. So you could do maybe this year. So you could do January to today, maybe. And then on the left-hand side at the bottom, you've got a client section. So in the client section here, you can select people from a certain town. Now, this is as good as what the girls have been putting in. So we normally find duplicates in there of towns due to spelling mistakes, things like this. Preferred employee. So if one of the girls was leaving or going on maternity leave, I can just pull her database out of the system. Referred. Now, this is again what you've been putting in shortcuts. So maybe you've done a wedding fair or you've had a special advertisement in a magazine or something. You just want to contact those particular people. You can select it here and then it will show you the list. And again, you've got occupations. Maybe you want to contact the students in the system, the OAPs, totally up to you. Now here in the middle, you will see there's a birth month one, a new client one, clients that refer, and a non-returning clients one. So those four we've done for you in Set and Forget already, so you won't be using those. But you can do gender ones if you want to, or age groups. And then at the bottom, you've got services and products. So these are like pulling out your biggest spenders maybe. So on services here at the top, I could do anyone that's had more than 50 services with me. Or maybe they've spent more than £1,000 with me. And again, you can do the same there on the right for the products. When you hit done, it will put some text here on the left-hand side telling you what you're actually about to pull. So I'm just going to clear that bit for now. Now, if I just want to see a full list of all my database, I can hit compute at the bottom and it will show me the list. There we go, so these are all the lists. So I've got 2,060 there, top right-hand corner, clients in my system. So if I'm sending an email to these clients, top right-hand corner here, I'm going to take out anyone with no email address, because if they haven't got an email address, I can't email them. You may want to take out anyone with an existing appointment. You can take out the children maybe. Again, totally up to you here. Now the list here on the left-hand side, if I want to go through the list here, I can actually delete people out. So you'll see on the right-hand side, there's a delete button. So I can go through and condense my list down. Because you might know people like Kerry there. I know Kerry, I don't want to send her the email. I can just delete her out the list. It's not deleting them out the system, it's just deleting them out this list. If you pull the list again, she will be back in the list. Now, once you've compiled your list and you're happy with that, if you hit generate, then click email, it will then automatically come up with a box and it will say your bulk marketing campaign tag is number, and then it will generate a number for you. So say number 5. Now, imagine you've done your template, you're going through the steps here now. So what that actually does in Shortcuts itself, it will upload that list of clients you generated into the back of your GCAS for you. And it will save it under number 5 or whatever number it generates. Okay, so when you get to this demographics tab, where it says add scenario, if we press the plus by the side of it, we can do preferred demographics. Bulk marketing campaign tag is number 5. So basically, we're just telling it that we only want to go to that, we only want to send this email to that list of people that are saved under number 5. Now at the bottom, you'll see it says check recipients. If you click that, it will tell you then how many people it's going to send to. Obviously, I didn't upload the list here, so it's not coming up with anyone. But it will say 10 people. It should match the number that you generated in Shortcuts. And then you can go through the steps then, save and continue, and then activate the campaign as normal. Perfect. I'm just going to go back to the Home tab in the top corner, and that will take us back to the beginning again. Now, most people start with the 4 ongoing ones, so birthdays, new clients, non-returning clients, and referrals. Gender ones seem to be more popular now, so they do a birthday one, they do one for the guys and one for the girls. And then start with things like talking about your online booking, offers, staff members, and then maybe into products and things like that afterwards. So once you've activated a campaign, in Shortcuts itself, if you go into Setup, Configuration, Discounts here on the left-hand side, you'll see we normally set these up in the background for you before we install your system, but you'll see email birthday, for example. And at the top in the middle here, I can put the percent in, or maybe it's fixed amounts, maybe it's £5 off. Now, if you've done a percent that's not showing in the box there, say like 23%, by the side of it on the right-hand side, it says add default. If you go into add default, you can put your percent in here. It will then show at the bottom of your list. At the bottom, it says discount can be applied to. If that offer's only on services, I would take away the tick from products and sundry items and gift certificates. Underneath that, the tick box, default amount cannot be changed at POS, that's point of sale. If you tick that box, it will lock it to 23%. So the girls at reception won't be able to change the amount on it. Once you've activated your campaign and you've done your discounting here, if you tick use set and forget promotion, it will then pop up here with a box and it will show you the ones that are active. So birthdays, new clients, etc. You just need to tick the corresponding box and hit save in the corner. So as I said before, that will then start generating a monthly report that will come through to you saying, this month we've sent 23 birthday emails out and 5 have been used in shortcuts, for example. Okay. So top left-hand corner, you've got the campaign manager section. So this campaign manager section is for you to see what's going out and how many people have received it, for example. So it's always campaign manager, and then down at the bottom, we click search history. So campaign manager, search history, always the same 2 buttons. And then it will come up underneath them. There's my birthday gents one that I've just done with anything that's going out. So remember, this is a test site at the moment, so these aren't real. So the 4 ongoing ones, birthdays, new clients, non-returning clients and referables, will always say active by the side of them because they're constantly going out. So say if it is an offer or advertising your online booking, it will say active by the side of it where it says status. It will say active until it goes out, and then it will say complete. Once they start going out, you'll see these numbers here on the right start populating. So it will say how many people it's sent to, how many people have opened it, how many people have clicked onto your website from the email, that's the clicks. You've got the bounce backs, people that have opted out, and social is any people that have clicked onto the social media links from it, so Facebook, Twitter, etc. Now, the bounce backs, these numbers here, so when it generates the numbers, if you click the numbers, so I'm just going to click this social one for now. If you click the number, it will then take you into the screen and it will show you a list of the people that it's bounced back from. Now, always have a look at the bounce back list. Normally, when we look at these, we can go through and see spelling mistakes straight away. So, you know, Google, someone spelled it with 1 O instead of 2, Hotmail, missing.com is missing the dot off it or something like that. So always have a look through the bounce back list. A lot of people print the list out and then give it to the girls, and then they can go through the system and put an alert on the client. The next time she comes in, we would check the email address with her. So some of them you'll be able to change yourself straight away just by looking at them, spelling mistakes and things, but some of them might be genuine bounce backs. Their inbox could be full, it's not a valid email address anymore because obviously people move jobs, email addresses, etc. all the time. So we need to keep on top of that. Now, if your 4 ongoing ones are automatically going out, so birthdays, new clients, etc., so the 4 ongoing ones that constantly go out, if you've decided you want to change a picture on it or you need to change something on it, on the left-hand side here, so if I just use that birthday gents one again, so if you click birthday gents, this will say, if we click into there, if you go to the status tab, which is where we activated it earlier, that activate campaign button will say cancel campaign. So if I hit cancel campaign, it will stop it for a moment. I can then go into the layout tab in the top left-hand corner, change my picture, change my template, save and continue at the bottom. So go through the tabs again, and you can just reactivate it again through the status tab. So I can just hit activate the campaign again and it will start it. So you go in, you cancel it for a second, make your changes to the template, and then just activate it again. So no one will miss out on the email then. Okay, so that was Campaign Manager, search history. And then if you want to change one of the 4 ongoing ones that always go out, you can just click the name here on the left-hand side, stop it, and then just restart it again. Now, last section I just wanted to go through with you is the SMS marketing. So obviously emails are free. You can send as many emails as you want to your clients, but there is a charge for the texting. It works out to be 8p per text. So it's not something you'll be doing a lot of. Don't recommend. So if we go to the SMS section, so we're in Campaign Manager at the moment, and we click SMS, it will bring up a little picture of a phone here. So this is where you can click in and you can add your text in. So if I wanted to say hi, I could do preferred. Here at the top it says personalised field. If I hit give a name, it will then say hi Nicola if that was coming to me. And you can type your text, so a special offer, etc., whatever you want to put in. Little hint on this one, don't forget to put the salon name in. And I would probably put the salon telephone number in as well. I've just had a question through asking if someone opts out of the marketing, does it update automatically in Shortcuts? Yes, it does. So on the bottom of all the emails, there is a little bit of small terms and conditions text, and there's an opt-out option in there. If they click it, it will automatically opt them out of any future marketing. So as I said, you can type your text in here, your offer, whatever you want to put in. Save and continue at the bottom. So campaign name here at the top. So this is what we wanted to be saved as. So again, I could do Tuesday offer. And is it a once only text or an ongoing one? So generally people would normally do a once only text. The date you want to send it out, the time of day you want to send it out, and save and continue at the bottom. So when people do some text marketing for an offer, etc., obviously you don't want to send it to too many people because you think of the cost. As we've just looked at the marketing section in Shortcuts itself, I would compile a list there, generate it, click SMS. So you've got your list here, hit generate, and I would click SMS there at the bottom, and it will do exactly the same thing as before. So it will come up with a list, come up with a box then with a number in. So in this demographic section, we'll do the same as before, add scenario by the side of it, plus preferred demographics, bulk marketing campaign tag, and then I would put my number in. So maybe it's number 6 this time. And these are the people that I want to send a text to. At the bottom, it's got check recipients. Again, if I click check recipients, it will then show me the 20 people that it's going to send it to. Save and continue at the bottom. You wouldn't need a promotion code, so just save and continue at the bottom. I wouldn't put this on Facebook or anything because it's just text. So save and continue at the bottom. Send yourself a test text, so you can type your number in here. Hit send test SMS. It will send you one to your phone then. And if you're happy with that, you can activate the campaign. But as I said, texting is chargeable, so most people do emailing. Okay, perfect. So has anyone got any questions about any of that? Feel free to use the Q&A box at the bottom of your bar. Later on this afternoon at 4:30, we are going over online booking and Spotlight, so that's ratings and reviews. And we will be repeating all of these workshops, these classroom workshops, every 2 weeks as well. So we'll be doing this again in 2 weeks' time. Keep an eye on our Facebook page and website for the details, and feel free to sign up again, that's no problem. We have been recording this today, this classroom training, and we will be posting them onto YouTube over the next week or so you'll be able to watch them in your own time as well. We will be emailing this out to all of you, the links to the YouTube channel as well. If you need any login details or you have any questions later on today, next week, etc., feel free to drop us an email at education@shortcuts.co.uk. Okay. So feel free to contact us if you need any help with anything. As I said, we're doing this again in a couple of weeks, so we can go over it again with you if you desire. Thank you very much then, everyone, today, and I will speak to you all soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.